Topic which you are going to see now is permutation and combination. What is permutation and what is combination? So let me explain that in detail about the difference between the permutation and combination, and using the formula how do you do that, and without using formula how to get there. So permutation and combination. The formula given here is for the combination it is NCR, where N is the number of events available, R is the number of events required. The formula given is n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Similarly, NPR, in the permutation it is again the number of events available, number of events to be arranged. So here is n factorial by n minus r factorial. These are the two formulae available for combination and permutation, but we will see how to do it without using the formulae. A, B, C are the three persons, and 2 persons to be selected out of 3. How many different ways are possible to select 2 persons from the available 3? You are going to select 2 persons to be selected out of 3. So selecting 2 persons out of 3 is like AB can be taken, or AC can be taken, or BC can be taken. So these are the only 3 possibilities available. You don't have any other possibilities. And also instead of writing this as AB, I can also write it as BA, because only 2 persons to be selected. Whether A selected first or B selected second, or B selected first or A selected second, it's going to be same. So 3 ways are possible to select the 2. So using the formula, you can write this as 3C2, which is 3 factorial divided by 3 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. So this is 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 1 into this is 2. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. The final answer is 3. So that's what you're getting 3 here. Now next, if I say that out of the 3 persons, 2 persons to be selected, one for writing the math exam, the other one for the English. So 1 person I need for the math exam, the other for the English. How many ways are possible to select? Now here what you can do is you can take the same selection, because permutation is nothing but the selection and arrangement, whereas a combination is just a selection. It is just selection, whereas in permutation this is selection and arrangement. So what you can do is, already the selection is over. So you can take one of the selection and try to arrange this. If I consider this AB, take this AB and arrange them as, let A write math exam, B write English exam, or you can also interchange this as B writing math exam and A writing English exam. So for one of the selection you have 2 ways of arranging. Similarly, when you consider AC, AC can be written as CA, BC, this BC can be written as CB. So totally you have 6 ways, and again using the formula when you have to find out, this is 3P2, which is 3 factorial divided by 3 minus 2 factorial. So this is 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 1, 6. So 6 ways are possible to arrange this. So you have seen now the difference between this permutation and combination. So here it is only selection, and there is selection and arrangement. So arrangement, what is the meaning of arrangement? Now as you have seen that, where there are 2 letters here AB, AB can arrange in 2 different ways, that is AB and BA. So arrangements alone, if you see, this AB, when there are 2 letters, this can be arranged in AB or BA, that is 2 ways. Or I can say this is 2 factorial ways. If you have 3 letters ABC, how many ways are possible to arrange this? ABC can be arranged as ACB, BAC, BCA, CAB, CBA. So totally you have 6 ways, or we can call this as 3 factorial ways. Similarly, when you have 4 different letters, the number of ways that 4 letters can be arranged is 4 factorial ways. So similarly, when you have 5 different letters, it will be like 5 factorial ways. So this is basically only arrangement. So here you can see that there are 3 ways of selecting 2 persons out of 3, and then you are going to arrange. So each of this is going to have arrangement of 2 factorial ways. So 3 into 2 is 6. So it can be calculated this way. Now here let me take another example where there are 4 persons A, B, C, D, and you are going to only select 3. How many ways are possible? If you have to list out, this is 3 persons selecting can be A, B, C, A, B, D, A, C, D and B, C, D. So there are only 4 ways of selecting 3 persons out of the available 4 persons. Out of the available 4 persons, you are selecting only 3 persons. So these are the 4 ways. And even you can use the formula here. The formula is 4C3, which is 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. 4 factorial can be written as 4 into 3 factorial. That is 4 factorial is nothing but 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. And when you consider only these 3 letters, 3 into 2 into 1 is nothing but 3 factorial. So this can be written as 4 into 3 factorial. And here 4 minus 3 is 1. So 1 factorial into 3 factorial. So this and this will get cancelled. The final answer is 4. Now, when we see for the permutation, out of 4 persons, 3 to be taken and arranged. Maybe the 3 price to be given, price 1, price 2 and price 3. The 3 person to be taken from this and then arranged for 3 different price. Then how many ways are possible? So the basic difference between the permutation and the combination is, in the combination when we interchange this, instead of writing this as ABC, I can also write it as BAC, it is the same. Whereas when you write this as ABC and when I change this to BAC, that arrangement is entirely different. So order matters here. Here the order doesn't matter. So anyway you arrange, it is going to be the same thing, but if you change the arrangement here, it's going to be a different way. Now ABC, take one of the selection here and try to arrange them in different ways. How many ways are possible to arrange ABC? As we have already seen here, ABC can be arranged in 6 ways. So ABC alone, it takes 3 factorial ways, or I can say 6 ways. Similarly, when I take the other 3, so there are 4 different selections, each of the selections is going to have 6 ways. So there are 24 ways to arrange this. Again using the formula, this is going to be 4P3, 4 factorial by 4 minus 3 factorial, or this is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 1 factorial, which is 24. Now we are going to see this in the other way of doing this calculation. As you have seen using the formula how to calculate this. Without using the formula, directly doing that is with the slots also we can do. Let us take the permutation. From the same problem like A, B, C, D, 4 persons are there, 3 to be selected, 1 for price 1, 1 for the price 2, the other for price 3. So 3 persons, P1, P2, P3, each one to be selected here. So let me go first for the price 1. For the price 1 you have 4 persons A, B, C, D. Out of this 4, 1 to be selected for the price 1. How many different ways are possible? Either it can be A or B or C or D. So any of the 4 can come. So therefore for the price 1 there are 4 choices. If one of the person is selected, imagine C is selected here. If C is selected for the first position, for the second position now, that is for the price 2, you have only 3 persons left out, that is A, B and D, because he is already selected for the first position. So there are only 3 ways to fill the second slot. And now imagine that B is selected here. Now you have only 2 persons left out for price 3. There are 2 ways. So when you multiply this is nothing but 24. So permutation, instead of going for the formulas, using the formula, writing all that, you can directly put the number of slots required, that is R number of slots. How many ever required? P1, P2, P3 is nothing but R. And then fill with the maximum N, keep reducing N by 1 each time and then multiply. So in this, now that you have got the permutation, it is very simple. When you say it is 4P3, it is 4 into 3 into 2, because 3 times you have to multiply, starting with the maximum N, 4. When I say 7P3, it is going to be 7 into 6 into 5. As 3, R is a 3, R number of times you have to multiply, maximum start with N. So that is 7, 7 into 6 into 5 and so on. So now you can see that permutation is very simple, just you are going to multiply. And what is the basic difference between the permutation and combination in the formula? This is the combination formula and that is for the permutation. The only difference which you can see here is R factorial. Combination, then you are dividing by R factorial. Permutation, you are not dividing by R factorial. Why we are dividing this by R factorial? The reason is, as I have written here, permutation is selection and arrangement, whereas combination just a selection. So arrangement also I have given you, as there are 3 letters, there are 3 factorial ways of arranging. If it is 4 letters, 4 factorial ways of arranging. Here you have 3 letters, the 3 only has to be taken. So there are 3 factorial ways of arranging. And when you remove that arrangement from the permutation, that becomes a combination. So what you should do if you have to get the combination? So this is the permutation. You have to just divide by how many ever slots you have, that many factorial. That means there are 3 letters here. Number of arrangements of 3 letters is 3 factorial ways. When you divide this by 3 factorial, that means you are taking out the arrangement from this. So balance whatever you get is nothing but the combination. So 3 factorial ways is equal to 6. So 24 by 6 is nothing but 4. So based on this formula, now that you got 4, based on this plot method you are getting 4. So here also you have 4, that is nothing but selecting 3 from the 4 persons available. So which is 4 you are getting through this formula.